It was Christmas Eve, and Mom told me she had got me an amazing gift, but it was a secret, and I'd have to wait till Christmas morning. She had told me even before Christmas to never go into the basement, but I wanted to see what was making all that noise down there. It kinda sounded like a puppy, and I've always wanted a puppy. I just knew the secret present that she had gotten me was a puppy. So I opened the basement door and tiptoed down a bit. I didn't see a puppy, and then Mom came and yanked me back upstairs and yelled at me to never go down there again. She told me I nearly ruined Christmas. Mom had never yelled at me like that before, so I was scared, and I cried. She said she was sorry and gave me my present early. It was an amazing rocket ship, one that I'd been asking for years. I felt a whole lot better, so I didn't ask her why the boy in the basement was making noises like a puppy, or why he was crawling towards the stairs with no hands or no feet. It was the middle of the night on Christmas Eve, and I was in the bedroom trying to relax. The TV was on the local news, but I was half out of it. I noticed in the bottom of the screen that there was a breaking news alert. Murderer on the loose, hiding in the vicinity. Police are warning everyone to be on the alert. Suspect is armed and considered very dangerous. Do not approach anyone on the street dressed in a Santa Claus outfit. I tried to stay awake, but I was drifting off to sleep until I heard a strange noise downstairs. It sounded like there was someone in the house. At that moment, my heart began beating fast, and I broke into a cold sweat. Straining my ears to listen, I thought I heard another noise. It was the sound of a door creaking. It wasn't my imagination. There was someone in the house. Not just one person, though. I could hear multiple people making noise. I began to panic and thought to myself that I have to get out of here, and fast. I slipped from the bed as quietly as possible and crept towards the window. My body was shaking, and I was hoping I didn't make any noise. Just then, I heard faint footsteps making their way up the stairs. It definitely sounded like more than one person. At any second, they could burst through the door. I had to get away. I climbed out the window and onto the garage roof, moving as fast as I could without making too much noise. At the edge of the roof, I grabbed the drain pipe and lowered myself down until I dropped into the garden. As I paused, I looked up at the window that I just escaped from and saw the lights go on. That was close, I thought to myself. A chill ran down my spine as I thought about what would happen if they caught me. I made my way to the bottom of the garden and into the woods. Once I was safely hidden by the trees, I broke into a run. I pushed onwards, stumbling through the darkness, moving through the undergrowth, until I came to another housing estate. I could feel that my beard was misaligned from the run. I straightened it out, then clutched my knife and headed towards another house. It was Christmas Eve, and young 11-year-old Juliet was decorating the Christmas tree. Her mother was working as a nurse in the local hospital, and the two of them lived alone. Late that evening, Juliet's mother called to let her know that she would not be home until late in the night due to work. Juliet continued to decorate the tree with all of the lovely things that her mother bought at the shop. She draped some multicolored Christmas lights all around the tree and hung beautiful ornaments all over the branches. After placing the angel on the top of the Christmas tree, she stood back to admire her work before sitting down to relax and put on the television. Suddenly, she thought she heard scratching at the front door. She turned down the television set and listened carefully. There was an eerie silence. Curious, she slowly approached the door and looked through the peephole. To her surprise, she saw something dressed in a red suit with fluffy white trim. It did not look human from what she could tell. It knocked loudly at the door. Nervous and concerned, she asked who was there through the door. "Santa Claus," the thing replied. "Let me in." A chill went down Juliet's spine. She was no dummy. She knew that whatever that thing was, it was not Santa Claus. The thing knocked the door even louder. "Juliet, let me in." The doorknob began rattling. The young girl had a sinking feeling in her stomach. How did it know her name? Young Juliet threatened through the door that she would call the police right now. All of a sudden, the doorknob stopped shaking, and when Juliet looked through the peephole again, the thing was gone. She took a moment to catch her breath and assess what to do next. But when she turned around, she saw a large red sack drop into the firebox of the chimney with a splatter. She could see human limbs sticking out from the top opening of the sack. Clawed, bony hands gripped around the outside of the fireplace. "Juliet, I'm in." Juliet screamed and attempted to open the secured door, but it was too late. The creature that was once outside of her front door, dressed as Santa, was now inside. It was after midnight when Juliet's mother returned home. Something felt off. She unlocked the front door and entered. Gazing around at the carnage, she struggled to take it all in. Then she began screaming in absolute horror. The Christmas tree was decorated with Juliet's entrails, and her severed head was perched on the top.